Hey everyone, it's Libby from maighstirtarot. I'd like to acknowledge the Worimi First Nations people. It's WORIMI, and welcome to you, your guides, my guides of the universal energies. Video is going to be a little bit split today because I've got grandma duties halfway between, and I am wearing what my granddaughter calls my picnic dress. It's so big and flowy that if I sit on the grass, I'll fan it out and she can sit on it with me. So gotta love your grandkids, don't you? Absolutely gorgeous. Okay, speaking of First Nations people, my heart absolutely goes out to the people of Alice Springs at the moment with Kumanjayi, little baby. I do apologise if I've pronounced that wrong. This is my squeaky white Australian, but that's her Australian First Nations name. A little 5-year-old that was taken and found unalived. A lot of unrest happening in Alice Springs over that because the perp has been captured, I believe. Rampaging violence is not the answer, but there is a lot of emotion coming out in regards to what happened there. Now, I feel really awful because somebody did ask me about that, and I had a quick look and I felt that she would be okay, but no, she wasn't. So it may have been that by the time I had the look, she had actually passed and she was letting me know she was okay. But yeah, just awful, awful, awful. Okay, what do I want to have a look at in this particular reading? I am going to have a look at the Trump Kremlin call. Ooh, where do I go with that? I do want to have a look. My guides have been yapping at me 3 times yesterday. They showed me Los Alamos. Um, which first Hogarth, Lady G was talking about it. Then Stephen Burns was talking about the earthquakes under Area 51, which I believe is in Nevada. Don't confuse Roswell with Area 51, but that also very then prompted me to sort of follow a trail that led back to Los Alamos. And also I was listening to something last night that was talking about the Roswell bodies being taken back to Los Alamos. So I'll have a look at that later this afternoon when I actually have a little bit more time. So first up though today, because as I said, I've got to go for grandma duties in just over an hour. The Trump Kremlin called. Now, news has come out also that the second career ambassador, these aren't orange twerps, dubious mates. These are actually career ambassadors, both women too, by the way, has stepped down from her position as ambassador to Ukraine. So this is the second one in 12 months. Speculation is that she's pretty much been unable to follow the Orange Idiot's demands in regards to Ukraine submitting to the Ruski. So that's very interesting. Oh, I had to chuckle too, something across my social media. What was it? John Elzey, the rep for the 6th District in Texas in front of a congressional committee regarding healthcare. It was the one that RFK went to. He came out and said they have the best health, the US has the best health care in the country. Well, yeah. If it's your country and it's very much like the rest of the world just puts their hands on their heads when there's sort of this won the World Cup Super Bowl, yet the US is the only one that actually takes part in the World Cup Super Bowl. So, you are going to win it. It was just one of those roll eye moments. And also, I had to chuckle at the astronauts in the White House. Boy, oh boy, did they not want to be there. There was a lot of side-eye glancing, sort of stiff upper lip staunchness as the Orange Idiot was rambling on as he does. So they didn't want to be there. I'm just going to put that out there. Okay, so the Trump, the Orange Idiot Kremlin call. I know people say Pooty. I haven't picked up Pooty for a long time now. I don't think if he's still alive, he's not functional. I really feel like he passed shortly after he had that major heart attack. I think that was going back about 18 months now. There was a report that came out. It's also, he had reports back at the time, very serious cancer and Parkinson's disease. Now, intelligence agencies around the world have identified at least 8 body double Putins. Um, yeah, I don't get that. If he's still alive, he's not functional. I don't know if he's still going or not. Okay, so apparently there was a phone call held on Wednesday US time between the Orange Idiot and the Kremlin. They could put any Russian speaker on the other end and he wouldn't have a blooming clue. But the Orange Idiot was claiming confidence that a resolution to the Russian-Ukraine war would come relatively quickly. The two leaders discussed respective conflicts. And Trump, the Orange Idiot, told reporters, I think he'd like to see a solution and that would be good. Right, okay, well, I'm reading an article from Politico.com. Both men are facing difficulties in their countries' respective conflicts, wars. The Ruski troops are mired in Ukraine's eastern Donbass region with Ukrainian drones shelling key energy infrastructures. The Kremlin has scaled back the country's famed annual Victory Day parade set for May the 9th. Pretty much what they're doing is they're just the tanks and the missiles, etc., won't be part of it, probably because they don't have any. And there are calls for a ceasefire. Okay, but when I have a go back and have a little bit of a further look. Ukraine expanded the oil strikes as the Kremlin is proposing a, a ceasefire. The Ruskies want to pause in conflict to mark their victory day. Zelensky's pushing for a longer break. Okay, so pretty much. The Ruskies are on the back foot, and I've seen it for a long time. They're doing this is going really, really, really badly for them. I'm going to use the Gilded Tarot Royale and have a look as to what is actually behind. The Orange Idiot's very fast running out of being useful. They've pretty much robbed, smash and grab. It's like a jewelry store where they go in, you've got 90 seconds, go in, smash all the cabinets, grab all the jewelry of the US Treasury. Oh, there's that devil card. The devil and the sun. Oh, and the sword of truth popping in behind it as well. I like that as I'm talking about this. So chained to this devil energy, but going to have a exposure. And then you've got the sword of truth, but it's also the dove of peace as well. So let's see. Oh, and yeah, so you've got the devil, the fool. Is it a fool going off a cliff or is it a fool with a new beginning? Because here we've got some sort of restriction occurring. Okay, I'll just pop those back. Oop, make sure I get them up the right way and facing the right way. Let's have a look. What was actually discussed on this phone call? What was actually discussed on this phone call? We know the Ruskies are just. Oh, I just also want to point out, sorry about all these distractions, TGIF, and I wonder what dumb effery is going to happen on Friday night, probably a Maxwell pardon this weekend, but I want to have a look. I was going to say the UAE leaving OPEC. The big reason why UAE is leaving OPEC is because its entire economy is in regards to oil, pretty much. And if it can't ship it and its oil refineries are coming under attack, there's no income coming there. So oil production and influencers selling the lifestyle, the luxury lifestyle there. Well, the influencers all fled when the things started dropping and the airport got attacked, etc. So there goes the influencers, and apparently they've been caught out with not being able to sell their oil. So this is the reason why they're leaving OPEC. The Orange Idiot's saying it's a great thing. There's some funny business going. Pretty much, he's saying it's a great thing because he wants to destroy the petrodollar, which means that takes the US economy down with it. He's not there for the US people. We need to understand it. He's not there for the US people. And the UAE, unlike other countries in that area, they don't have any land. If you have a look at them, there's the Saudis, there's UAE, a little spot on a peninsula there. Qatar's the same as well. They don't have the land. And as I split the deck, and this was in the middle like this, there it is again, the Ace of Swords. Absolutely. Part of the strategy. And they want us to be neutral. They want to be neutral. And that's the facing a harsh truth, but also a declaration with that Ace of Swords, the Knight of Swords up here on this precipice, making a declaration of it ain't us. So, okay, but getting back to this phone call, what was this phone call about? Yeah, because the UAE is desperately trying to hang on to its wealth, its position of wealth. But it is, again, one of these ones. Without oil, it is nothing. And it doesn't have the land like the Saudis are. This is last roll of the dice in regards to oil for the Saudis, but they have land for renewables, etc. It's desert land, no good for growing crops unless they do something major. That was the Ten of Wands showing itself. But I want to move on. The Trump Kremlin call. What was it really about? What was it really about? I heard send money. Okay, let me have a sip of coffee. It's still a bit early in the morning. I heard send money. And there isn't any. There isn't any to send. It's already in somebody else's pocket. So expect. Okay, let's have a look. What was the call about? What was the Kremlin Orange Idiot call about? Oh boy, when it's released in, what does it take? 70 years? I won't be around then. Doesn't it take that long for classified stuff to be released? Okay. What was it about? The King of Wands. A demand of action. Demanding action. It's also going to be discovered that there was weaponry sent as well, but demanding action. King of Wands. Challenged by a pitiful offer. What was proffered, what was offered, don't want. Interesting how 2 days after the call, there is mounting pressure for a ceasefire. It's like the challenge is looking at this cup and saying, is that it? All you can send me is clots and prayers. Oh boy, 4 of Cups. Yeah, it was money. Send money. The Ten of Pentacles is the energy that it's stewing in. The coffers are low, send money. In the past, we've got the, well, it's my card for the Epps files, but it's also the card for the naivety in the past about the working together. Crowning this reading, so we've got 2 tens on either side, the Ten of Cups. You've got the discussion happening in the foreground in regards to what can be harvested, but it's also an ending card, ending, 10 of Pentacles, 10 of Cups. End of the relationship, perhaps. Right. Information coming in from overseas. It's also about sending trade to and forth overseas. I believe the oil pipeline between the Ruskies and Turkey has been reopened. Turkey, Hungary, must be Hungary, my apologies, has been reopened. Don't know why I get those two countries mixed up. Often, often if I meet people, I know their name, but I mix them up with somebody else. And once I've mixed them up the first time, there is no way on this earth that I will ever get it right ever after, because I always then second guess myself. Three of Wands. Plan to send aid is what I'm getting here. Okay. Externally, we've got the Queen of Swords. Now, it is my Harris card, but I'm going to say it's about a strategy. Okay, there was a discussion about a ceasefire because you've got the Doves of Peace here. But it's an internal strategy, internal discussion, conversations. Swords for me, they can mean sort of discussions over the airwaves, but they're also about truth, and they're also about legal, and they're also about, what am I getting at here? They can be the military, but I don't feel it's the military here. It's holding this sword of truth. So the truth is, and we'll see what it is, because this is externally. The truth is, they're in a both parties are in this absolute nightmare situation. The Nine of Swords. Trying to work out how to get out of it. Coming in to rescue with that owl in the background there. Hopes and fears, keeping it under wraps. The money discussions. The outcome. Strength card. Now, understanding also the Strength card can also mean pride, can also mean, so taming the beast. Ooh. Okay, so it was the Kremlin giving the Orange Idiot their new orders. Send help. The Hierophant, the government. And the Page of Wands. A reduced information. Six of Swords. Two of Wands. A decision needs to be made in regards to the request, because remember we've started with the King. We're down to the Page and the Two and the Moon card and the Ten of Wands. Overreach, burden, can't get the request, what is being asked, to its destination. Moon card, the path, trying to take the path. It's a path of lunacy. Oh, chained to the devil here. So desperately trying to get, and it's the third 10, desperately trying to get these wands to what was promised, to the top of the hill, because they are with that devil. And then we've got the High Priestess, the hidden agenda and the secrets, and the false victory. And then the Four of Swords. And then the Ace of Swords coming out. And then we've got the Three of Cups, the leaving flee, jail time, the infighting, and the Death card. And volatile information coming forward. Oh, uncharted waters, again, on the bottom. The Two of Swords, trying to decide which way to move forward with this, because we've got this financial, ethical corruption, but it's destitution as well. Sun card, Ace of Cups. Full revelation, and it's going to just absolutely blow some minds. So this revelation Is it the fact that the money is being sent? I'm getting there was a request, send help, but there's no help to send. There's nothing left to send, is what I'm getting there. Okay. Was the orange idiot threatened that if he didn't send help, was the orange idiot threatened that if he didn't send help, he would be exposed, revealed, they'll let out information. I mean, remembering the Ruskies have got it. Now, the useful idiot, a lot of us readers are getting that he's not very useful anymore. The Fool card. He's not useful anymore. Was the orange idiot threatened? Was the orange idiot threatened if he didn't send help? Come on down, let's have a look. We've got the Fool card there. Off the cliff. Oh, I think he was. Tower on the bottom. Wow. I think he was. Fool card. King of Swords. The challenge is releasing the truth, action about the truth, drawing the sword from the scabbard. Here's the King of Cups at the bottom here. I mean, it was my Biden card about something that Biden's put into place, but this King of Cups, there's a lot of cups floating around. He's got a lot of water sign people around him, the orange idiot I'm talking about, but there's also a lot throughout Europe as well. The diplomat, the negotiator, the energy that they're stewing in at the moment. Okay, was he threatened? Yep. So we've got the Ace of Pentacles in the past. Money, send money. Queen of Pentacles, we don't have money to send. At the top. Look at this, all court cards and one major arcana. This is big. Queen and two kings and an ace. Queen of Pentacles, send money, don't have it. Need it for our own purposes. The narcissist, the star, trying to juggle things. Ten of Cups, the negotiation, but it's the end of the relationship. Because internally, Six of Pentacles, don't have it to send. Was he threatened? There's that Two of Swords again, the hopes and fears. The outcome, on the back foot, defending the position. The Hermit, shining a light on the snake in the path about the relationship with the lovers. And treason. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Treason in regards to, this is information, can be information coming overseas, but things sent overseas. On the bottom, as I said, there's the Tower, Wow, Ten of Swords, information coming quickly, the World card. Ending. Ending, 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 ending. Yeah, I would say he was threatened with send money or we let it out. Okay, how is that going to play out? Is the orange idiot? I don't think there's no money to send. They've already, I'm just going to say they've already cleaned out the coffers. The US is going to be in, it's one of those, when this regime is out and they open the safe door and they find, it's like one of those movies where, you know, oh, there's $10 million in the safe and they crack open the safe door and there's literally a penny sitting in the bottom or a dollar bill sitting in the bottom. Somebody's already cleaned it out. Oh, hate to tell you, but however, best way to fix that is to seize the assets and money of the parasitic class. Okay, right. So how's this going to play out for the orange idiot? The first is a full moon, the 28th of May. Did I get that right? Is a full moon. Yesterday's reading about the Orange Idiot, full moon. It's not going to be good for him. I'm not sure which one it is. I also did Freudian slip and say the 4th of May. So I wonder if something's going to happen on the 1st of May, which is the first full moon, that we won't hear about until the 4th. Okay, let's have a look. How's this going to play out for the Orange Idiot? Right, a couple of cards have jumped themselves out. Let's come on down. Delusional, poor choices, feathered his nest, and the 5 of Swords. The abuse of power, the betrayal, the deceit, people walking away because they're just disgusted. The false victory, the 4 of Swords, the dementia, the inability to do what was promised, the Devil, the Queen of Pentacles, and volatile information coming forward. And there's that end of that relationship with Russia, the Ruskis. Regret, loss, 3 of Wands again, you know, the information coming from overseas that's going to be emotionally overwhelming. And then we put in, this is my Biden card, remembering that there's something in place that can remove this entire regime. The Emperor, the Knight of Cups, the Trojan horse, either side of this Emperor on the back foot defending the government, is gone. And there's the Wheel of Fortune, shining a light on the snake and the path on the bottom with the Hermit. How's it going to play out for the Orange Idiot? The only Pentacle card in this 2, feathering the nest, and the Queen of Pentacles, holding it domestically. The money's gone. Okay, that's what I'm getting from that phone call. Unfortunately, things don't happen overnight, but sometimes they do. TGIF, can't believe how quickly this week went, and I shall see you shortly. Catch you later.